guys, welcome to Roll for Funny Podcast. I'm Eric and I say dumb
I'm Alicia, I like to craft and yell a lot.
I'm Grayson, I play The Sims and I am chronically stressed out due to wedding planning.
And I'm Ryan, despite what everyone says.
I love that.
Number 1. How long was your longest relationship outside of your current one?
3 years.
2 years.
Mine was about 5 years.
I don't remember. The hater. I'm trying to forget all of it. I don't know, maybe 3 years.
Maybe 3 years, yeah.
Yeah, something like that. How soon did you know that your significant other was the one?
Within a year.
Yeah.
Easily. I know yours.
2 months.
Oh.
2 months.
For me, it was, like, I had known you for a long time, but it was in Helen for me.
It was the first time we dated for me. It was.
Really?
Well, I say first time because, like, if no one knows, like, it's.
Oh, yeah, tell
dated
them, like,
and then split up and then we dated again.
We split up for 3 years
Yeah.
and then got back together.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
And like, I feel like it's within a year for me, specifically because I had such a bad previous marriage.
That's exactly my thing. Because I knew I was in love with him when I met him.
Yeah.
But, like, I could not go there mentally yet.
Yeah.
Like,
Same.
Thinking about a, like, long future at all, I was, like, freaking out still, so.
I hit this point where, like, when I met him, he found out, like, after a month of us knowing each other that he was getting deployed 2 months later. And, like, I remember... This is
I feel like there needs to be some amount of explanation in that we met while we were both in the military.
Yeah, we met while we were both in the military. I found out he was going to get deployed for, it was supposed to be 9 months. It ended up only being 6.
7.
But, yeah. But we found out at 1 month of dating that he was going to be deployed 2 months later. And I remember distinctly the moment I was like, I'm in love with this man. But I also remember having this intense moment of panic. And I remember crying. I don't actually think I ever told you this.
No.
It was like immediately like right after sex.
Oh,
and
yeah?
I just remember crying because I like freaked out and started crying like right after because I was like,
He's about to go.
I'm going to
Yeah.
lose this. He's
Yeah.
never going to talk to me again. Like he's going to leave me after this deployment because that's what they all do. And like I'm getting out of the military. Like, basically right after he gets back or while he's still gone. And so, like, this is never going to work. Like, and that intense panic and then, like, him being willing to, like, work through that was really touching.
That's sweet.
But, yeah, I remember that level of panic. I've never felt that level of panic with anybody I've been with. Everybody, because I've, like, I hate to be that person, but I dumped everybody I've been with. I was the
Me
one,
too. I've
I was
always
the one
been
who
the
ended the
heartbreaker.
relationship,
Yeah.
except for literally once.
Yeah.
But the thought of losing this set me into such intense panic that I was like, I don't know what I'm going to do after this.
Yeah. Even the first time we were together, I was the one that broke up
Yeah.
with you. But my story was like that, like we had been together before. It went well, but I was not ready. I was like mentally in a weird place and putting a lot of pressure on him to like step up and be a husband 1 month into the relationship because I was still in that mindset of like, I'm supposed to be someone's wife right now. Like, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm like lost and like I needed some time to like be on my own and figure out what the heck I was doing with my life. And so we ended up splitting up and then he moved states away. And we didn't really talk much. We stayed like Facebook friends and like would like each other's pictures sometimes.
I kept in touch just enough. I was like, I'm not going to let her get away.
But it was really cute because like he told me that he found out he was moving home and that he was like talking to his dad one day and he told me that he told his dad like, I'm getting back with Grayson when I move back. Like he hadn't even talked to me yet. He just told his dad that and I was like, well, but the real like actual moment, actually, we weren't even with each other. I was at Home Depot working and I had gotten worried because I knew when he moved back, we went on a date and every date that we'd been on since he'd been back, which had been every single day from the day he moved back, we didn't spend a day apart since the day he moved back. Like till now. We haven't, and like when you went out of town for work, but like not purposely spend a day apart. Like, he had no time to himself. When he moved back, it was all Grayson all the time. He moved back immediately, like, that afternoon, took me on a date. And we, like, had so much fun. And it always turned into just, like, an all-night event. Like, we weren't saying the night with each other yet, but we were just, like, let's go do this.
Laughing, like, just...
Yeah, like, we would just go sit in a parking lot somewhere and watch TikToks or something. Like, just whatever, just so that the night wouldn't end.
Yeah.
And I knew I was like, I am definitely falling for this dude. Like, and I'm in a healthy headspace now. Like, I'm ready. And I was like, but I like broke his heart like 4 years ago or 3 years ago or whatever, and I was like, I don't know if he's like forgiven me. He might just be trying to hook up with me. Like, I don't, because guys are skilled too with like making you feel really wanted, and then it turns out that's all they want. And like, I remember I was at work and I just like got a hair up my ass and was like, I'm gonna ask him. And I just like straight up, because I had texted him and asked him to go to Helen with me that same night, and he was like, yeah, I'm down, let's go. And I was like, you just moved back and he's willing to go to Helen with me, like just on an overnight trip. And I was like, either because he wants to get laid.
Well, no offense,
or,
it's also Helen.
Yeah, I know. But like, or he just like, it's a free trip, you know, because I had already paid for my half and everything. And I was like, so he'll just get to come hang out.
Yeah.
Or like, he must really be into me. And I was like, so I need to find out which, because I don't want to get my heart broken. I don't think I can handle it right now.
Yeah.
And I texted him. I have the text messages saved still. I want to like put them up in our house somewhere, but I had just put like, hey, just curious. I was like, just please be honest with me about this. Like, you know, we have a history and everything. And I was like, I really like you and I'm really enjoying spending time together and everything. And like in my head, I'm like, I'm falling in love with this guy. I was like, so what is this to you? Because I just don't want to get hurt. And I was like, if it's not romantic for real, like that's fine. We can still spend time together. I just want to be in the right headspace.
Yeah.
And his response was just like, oh no, I'm 100% sure I'm in love with you. And I was like, what? And he like sent me this just paragraph about
I'm
like,
gonna cry. That's
yeah,
so
it was
sweet.
really sweet. And it was just like, every time I saw you post a picture on Facebook for the last 3 years, every time I heard from you, like, I sat in bed and wondered about what you were doing, like, this whole time and stuff, and I was, like, sitting at work bawling from this text message, and then he sends another text where he's, like, in Ryan fashion, he was like, do you have a mop? Because I just spilled my heart. After all that God. Yeah, it was so sweet, and, like, I was sitting at work crying. I wanted to just, like, go home, and, yeah, and then we went to Helen together, and, like, it was super sweet because, like, no one was dancing or doing anything, and we just, like, got drunk and danced together all night. Like, we were, like, the main characters. The whole crowd was, like, cheering for us all night and stuff.
We were
it was
legit,
so
like,
cute.
the only people up dancing, and, like, everybody in that beer garden was just, like...
rooting for us and stuff. Yeah, so it was just, like, we were, like, didn't care anything about that. We were just, like, eye contact. It was so sweet.
That's really cute.
That's cute.
Really cute.
I just I remember he was very much traumatized. Like, he got divorced like after we'd been together for a year.
Yeah.
Almost a year, like 9 months or something like that. And I remember it was his birthday, and we hadn't said I love you at a year and 3 months.
Oh, wow.
And it was his birthday.
That's a long time.
Yeah. And, like, because when we met, we were both in really bad places, and we just met each other at the right time.
Yeah.
And yeah, I had just gotten dumped for the first time ever and was, like, really f***ed up and, like, dating around and was like, f*** this, I don't give a shit about anybody. And, of course, he was separated from his ex-wife and living on his own, and then we got together. But he, a year and 3 months later, I got him a cake for his birthday, or, like, little cupcakes. And I put a note on it that said, "Happy birthday, I love you." That way he had to say it out loud first.
Yeah, you didn't have to.
It's right there. I still have the card.
Yeah, actually, that's the card over there. Because, I was like, I'm not fucking saying it first. He's got to say it first. But, like, I knew it.
But you kind of said it first. Yeah.
Yeah, but, like, I knew it since 2 months that we were together. So I was like...
Yeah, I was really trying to, like... Because I was really messed up from my previous marriage.
Yeah.
Like, she...
Did not treat you right.
No.
Oh, I get it. I had to go to therapy.
Yeah. Honestly, I probably should. But... Yeah, she did not treat me right. There was a lot of things going wrong. So, like, I knew going into it, like, the second day we ever went on, I told her, I was like, hey, I'm still technically married, but we're getting separated.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that was a really big thing because we met at midnight, stayed up all night together, and then we're going to a movie later that afternoon.
I was late too.
That he was late too because he was sleeping. And because we stayed up all night.
Yeah.
Fair enough, but he showed up in time for the movie. And then I ended up staying at his house again that night. And we went out to get, like, breakfast burritos.
Yeah.
And while we were in the car eating breakfast burritos, he's like, hey, I need to be upfront about something. He's like, I'm married, but we are not together. We're not getting back together. We are separated. She doesn't even live in the state. Are you okay going forward? And I was like...
That's like a punch in the gut. Because I've dated guys that have said that before where I'm like, ooh.
Really horrible timing at the time. One of my best friends was also dating a guy who was married but separated from his wife, and he dumped her to go back to his wife.
Yeah.
And
I dated a guy
she was in my ear, like,
dumped me to go back to his wife.
Yeah, she was in my ear too, like, this guy's, he's, like, don't get that attached, like, he's probably gonna end up going back at some point, because they always do, and, yeah, it was really scary.
Yeah, when we were together the 3 years before, I got divorced in that 3-year gap when he moved away, but, like, yeah, I was like, it was like, we started not romantically talking, but like friend-wise met each other like 2 weeks after I had like left.
Yeah.
So it went like fast, and that's why I was like, oh, I don't know if I can do this. But yeah, I was still married the whole first like 6 months of our first relationship, and then finally got divorced, and that was an amazing day.
Yeah, it was.
Now we're on version 2.
Well, Ryan, how does it feel to be the
not
other
even
woman?
on the same level.
How does it feel what?
How does it feel to be the other woman?
Like a winner.
Yeah.
Like a winner.
Success.
Great success. He cannot afford.
She's my wife. All right, you guys ready to get into the messy questions?
Sure.
What's messy?
Who is the messier person?
So
Silence.
we have this whole thing in our house where we jokingly shame each other about water bottles or any amount of drinking object if it is in one specific area. So like if a nightstand or your table or anything, if it's yours.
If you have 3 or more, it's a collection and you are shamed for it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Shame.
yeah, literally
Yeah.
we're like, we look at each other. It's gotten to the point now where if I'm going to tuck her in at night and do our normal routine, and she has...
If I have 3, I'll chug a bottle of water and chuck it on his side of the room. I've hidden bottles of water just so he won't say anything.
Oh my gosh.
I think...
Why are you looking at me like that?
I think I'm the more messy person out of both of us, specifically because I'll leave clothes everywhere.
Yeah.
Wow, I was really going to disagree with that because I do so much like crafting and stuff that like 80% of the stuff in this room is mine.
Yeah, but it's all very well organized.
I mean, like,
I'll give you
like,
credit there.
It always makes it back to the same area it's supposed to go in, but nothing is ever fully organized. Like, my kitchen is good right now, and so this room is, like, crazy. But, like, I was making a mushroom hat today, so this room was chaos earlier in the day. And most of the time it is mine, but we also, for the longest time, had a room that one of us at a time technically occupied with our stuff. It was called Schrodinger's room because as long as the other person didn't go in there, we could pretend it was clean.
Yeah, because when we lived in Texas and I was still in the Army, that was my gear room. So like any of my issued stuff was in that room. So like if I came back from field or anything like that, my room that just went into that room,
it just stayed in there.
and it just stayed in there, and it was there in that specific space until I decided to fix it.
So you can have a home that's not just Army gear everywhere.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
And so it was Schrodinger's room, and I didn't go in there.
But now, well, not now anymore because we
Now we have a guest
reorganized the
room, and
house.
now we have this.
But before, it was the back room for all of her craft stuff, which was supposed to be a guest room, which turned into Schrodinger's craft room.
Always being chaos. Which this is better, but like I still like I need to minimize and like create better systems so that this is not.
I still feel like it's fairly well organized in here.
I still think it
you
is.
do have a lot of stuff in here, but it doesn't feel
that.
like overwhelming or anything to me as a like guest walking in.
I appreciate that. For me, it's mostly like all of this stuff over here. Because, like, I don't do my makeup every morning, but, like, there's a lot of stuff over there that I do use at least within a week. So I'm like, there's something that's got to give there that will make me happier about this room.
Yeah.
Can I start our answer? Because I feel like I'm going to nail it.
I think I will, too. Go ahead.
Oh, no.
So, because we've had the conversation, not even an argument, just conversation. We are both very messy people in 2 completely different ways.
Yes.
So, I'm very much the messy person in the clutter, and I hang on to sentimental stuff way too much.
You're more like the hoarder.
Yeah, and like I like want to.
Oh no,
like,
that's me.
And like I also have the problem of super ADHD, get into a hobby, rip everything out of the cases and everything for it and set it on my desk and have a desk full of crap.
And then change your mind.
And then change my mind a week later and then
Yeah.
go, I gotta clean my desk. And like clean everything off my desk and I get a perfect, like right now, I got a really nice clean desk. Next week, I guarantee you it's gonna have junk on it. She's the messier person in that like
leaving everything out after you get it out.
If she cooks, like every ingredient that she used to cook is now sitting on the counter.
Yeah, I like have Aries kitchen as a Capricorn.
Oh no.
Like every cabinet open, yeah. But so my answer was going to be that I think that I am 100% the messier person.
Yeah.
In like a general sense of like daily messiness. Like I leave dishes on the end table. I always have cups and water bottles on my nightstand. I always have wrappers and crap on my desk. Like I leave my clothes laying wherever I took them off at. Like, I'm definitely a messy person. I don't deny that at all. My whole family knows I'm a messy person. However, I am also the better cleaner. Like, I'm not saying that you don't offer help or anything, but like skilled cleaning.
First thing I thought was the toilet cleaning story.
Yeah, yeah. So can I tell that, or you're not going to be too embarrassed or anything? So
I don't want to.
I stand by my convictions.
I don't want to.
No, it's not bad. It's just that he got his feelings hurt a little bit because he was trying. Okay, so with cleaning for us, like, and he's always made the comment like, "Wow, you have a system."
Yeah.
Because I clean the house from top to bottom. So like, if I'm going to clean the kitchen. Like, Ryan's going to go in there and be like, what's the messiest thing in here? Let me do that first.
Start with the biggest project.
Yeah,
first.
like if there's a lot of dishes, he's going to do dishes. If the floor looks dirty, he's going to sweep the floor and then do everything else. Mm-hmm. Like whatever's going to make the biggest impact visually. And some people have to clean that way because they have to see progress or they're going to quit. I get it. That's fine. I'm not one of those people. I know the end result. And I have formulated in my head the best way to do it. So, like, I go around the house with a trash bag and, like, a box or a bin or something. I get all of the dishes, put them all in the sink. I get all the trash, put it all in a trash bag. Get the trash out and make sure I have a new fresh one for scraping dishes in and stuff. Then I do all the dishes, scrub the sink. Now it's time to scrub the counters. Like, I work out from the dishes and then wipe down the cabinets. And now everything that I swept off of the counters is on the floor. So I sweep and mop the floor. And after all that's done, it's spotless. It's perfect.
I wish
And I have that same system, and I do it every single time. And Ryan, like, and since I am so used to it, I get it done fairly quickly and efficiently, and the kitchen looks brand new in, like, 30 minutes. Whereas, like, he's more of, like, an ADHD cleaner where he's going to be like, I'm going to sweep the floor in the kitchen, and then I'm going to do the dishes, but now there's more stuff on the floor, so I'm going to re-sweep the floor. And now I went to go, like, take the trash out and noticed there's a bunch of trash on the coffee table, so I'm going to go deal with the trash. Like, he's doing it out of order, where he's still helping. He's still getting everything done.
I was still helping.
But, like, I'm doing it in this, like, extremely, like, laser-pointed, efficient way, where, like, a lot of the time I almost just prefer to do it by myself. Or, like, give him, like, hey, will you go do this so I can do this part or whatever? Yeah. Like, he's really good at doing laundry because it's, like, there's a mass of laundry.
There's one way to do it.
Yep.
Yeah. And he knows it and he can just do it and then I put it up because that's where, like, there's more options of what to do and I have a laser focus on doing it. But that's what the toilet story is that, so poor Ryan. Ryan was like, I was super stressed and like trying to get everything clean and just like couldn't do it and was like all upset and like getting agitated about cleaning. And he was like, I'm going to help. And because a lot of the time we make the deal.
He said, I'm gonna
help.
Well, no, because a lot of the time we'll like make the deal where I'll be like, hey, if you will get everything set up for game night and everything, I'll clean. Or if you will do this, I'll clean. Or if you'll get dinner ready or go pick up food for everyone, I'll clean. And so when he like finishes the task way before me, I don't want to pressure him into helping, you know what I mean? Because I already promised I would do this part. But he was trying to be nice and was like, I'm going to go clean the bathroom for her. I am very anal about how the bathroom is clean, though. And I'll give you credit there. I'll give you credit there in that, like, I probably would have redone it anyway just because I'm weird about, like, the toilet being cleaned a specific way with, like, certain chemicals and whatnot. But that's what I mean. Like, I'm messier, but I'm also, like, cleaner. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anyway, so I walk in there to, like, I think I was going to take out the trash. So I was like, let me grab the bathroom trash, too. Because, again, efficiency.
Yeah.
So I'm like, gotta go get the bathroom trash because I'm going to clean in there next. I go in there to get it, and Ryan's like, look, babe, I'm cleaning the toilet for you. I'm like, oh, thanks. I look over, and he's got, was it Windex, or was it just, like, bleach
It was bleach,
spray?
but I was using the brush.
Yeah, but he's just holding a spray bottle and the toilet brush. And I went to tell him, like, oh, use, like, the Ajax so that it's, like, scrubby in the toilet. He's like, oh, yeah, I'm not doing that part, though. And just sprays, like, the back bowl of the toilet and just starts scrubbing it with the toilet brush, like, the one that goes in the bowl. And I just stood there like this for a second, and I, like, cackled. I was like, what are you was like, well, I don't know how to do it.
No, because in my head, I was cleaning the toilet. That's how I've always done it.
I know, and then I was so freaked out at like that you use the poopy brush to clean your toilet.
Poop with the brush.
But I do when there's poop in the toilet, like skid marks and stuff. That's what I use to get it off.
Yeah,
that's a toilet brush.
If you get like mold, it doesn't always.
Sometimes it sticks, and you
put
have
a little
to.
bit of toilet paper in there, in it.
Not always.
Oh my god.
So then I had to go through like with a Clorox wipe and like sanitize the whole toilet because I was like, thanks, babe.
So guess what I do now?
Doesn't clean the toilet.
I stand there with a spatchy spatch.
Yeah. It's like Eric when I'm cooking.
I clean the bowl with the scrubbing thing, and then I use paper towels for the rest.
Yeah.
So the reason I was so nervous about the whole toilet thing is because there's this one specific thing when we got together that I said to her. She's never forgotten.
You made the mistake of it.
Yeah.
Like you completely did this to yourself.
I did.
What is this?
So when we got together. Okay, first of all, I'm gonna tell him was genuine about it, right? So like I was very serious about this whole thing. I should be the one to clean the toilet, right? As a man, I should be the one to clean the toilet because normally men are the ones who actually make a mess on the actual toilet.
True, yeah.
Right? Pee goes everywhere. You can't fucking help it. There's very specific spots in a toilet you can pee, and it will make less of a mess than normal, right? Like, Amsterdam has this actual whole thing where they put flies on the actual urinals, so that way you pee on that spot, and it reduces the amount of splash, right?
Wow, that's
so
cool.
there's this whole thing, right? You can't do that with a normal toilet.
Yeah.
I said I would clean the toilet because normally it's the men who make the mess. I never clean the toilet.
Because it's also the men that don't clean the toilet.
He's cleaned the toilet maybe once or twice in our whole 7-year relationship.
Yeah.
And it was a fight to get him to do it.
Really?
Yeah. That I will say that is the one thing is like I let shit get to the point where I get anxious about it and then I clean the out of it. Mm-hmm. Eric will just let it go. He does not care. He lives like a man.
I'm the same way as you, where once it starts to bother me, I like can't sit down or sleep until it's done. Yeah, but we'll let stuff go for a while and then be like, I can't take this anymore.
Mine's always the kitchen, but yeah, I despise cleaning the bathroom. I don't know why. I feel like, sorry, Mom and Dad, I feel like I have a lot of issues from my growing up. And I felt like I did the majority of the chores. Mm-hmm. And my brother is so much younger than me, I never had help. And when he was old enough to help, I was like, get the fuck out of my way. Yeah. You're messing it all up. Yeah. So I didn't have the patience for it. So there's certain things I don't like to do anymore, right? I don't cut grass. If Eric weren't around, I would pay somebody to cut my grass. Because I fucking hate cutting grass. I don't like cleaning the bathroom. That's why there's dog hair in the corner. I don't want to do it. Yeah. But, if it looks, once I'm okay, it looks gross, and then I go, another week, then I'll scrub the toilet. Yeah. But, going in and deep cleaning the bathroom is, just something I don't like to do. I feel like it's gross in there. It bothers me. Love it. And then it makes me angry on top of that because Eric said in our relationship very early, I'll clean the bathroom, babe, because we make the most mess, and then has never done it without me arguing him about it.
Let me clean your bathroom. Please do. I love cleaning bathrooms. I love it so much because almost everything in there is non-porous, so it all comes sparkling clean and always looks like new. Because my kitchen counters have stains and scratches. They never look new. The walls get nasty. They never look new. But bathrooms, you can always make them look sparkling clean and they always smell good and it's a finite space. So in 30 minutes... I feel like I've accomplished so much because an entire room is beautiful and spotless.
That's the way the kitchen makes me feel.
I love cleaning the bathroom.
I like cleaning my kitchen.
The kitchen to me feels the kitchen's not so bad. My living room for some reason feels endless. I can't ever get it all the way clean.
It's because there's so many nooks and crannies. Especially because you have these shelves and surfaces
and plants.
Yeah. And there's plants and cat trees and there's a little nook back here with a salt lamp.
And I gotta vacuum everything and wipe everything down and get underneath the couch and
yeah, but this
so
room
much to dust. I hate dusting.
This room is never getting cleaned overall. I've I've not dusted this house once the entire time.
Oh, no.
I dust, but, like, I'm more apt to, like, grab a Clorox wipe and just wipe stuff down.
Yeah.
Like,
but,
I've never, like, the top of the door frames, like, the ceiling fans, never been touched. But, like, my kitchen counters, I used to wipe them down almost obsessively. Like, at least 2 or 3 times a day they get wiped down. Now it's, like, once every few days.
I probably do mine every other day.
And that's probably just because we're not cooking.
Yeah.
Very often.
If I'm cooking, I do it, like, every other day.
Yeah, if I'm cooking, they get wiped down usually before and after.
Yeah, generally, if the kitchen is, like, actually, like, it can be a little cluttered or something, or some dishes in the sink, but if it's messy, I, like, can't bring myself to cook in there.
Yeah.
So I found that, like, a lot of the time, if I say I'm gonna cook, I come home and he's, like, cleaning up the kitchen, which is nice. Because, like, he'll do it before, and that way I can, like, cook, and I kind of clean as I go, and then a lot of the time he'll finish up cleaning. Yeah. So it works out, but...
I feel like the cleaning thing, especially, like, the amount of, like, getting into it, or, like, the deep cleaning thing, or the resistance to it, is from us being in the military.
Probably.
Yeah, well, I will say that you definitely got more of that than I did, too.
So,
because you're not doing it for your own satisfaction, for your own, like, living. You're doing it for everyone else, because they said so.
And because I was up at 4:30 every morning before I went to PT in the morning, and my room had to be perfect every single day, like, no fucking dust on top of my TV or on my top of my door. Like, my floors had to be perfect. My refrigerator, every single thing in that room had to be perfect every day. And the only time I got a reprieve from that was on the weekends. Right?
Yeah.
So, like, I'm talking about straightening my friggin' Xbox controller on my desk to look nice. So, like, a lot of that was just forced upon me, even though I didn't want to.
Want your home to feel like your job.
Yeah.
Which is funny because it actually took you a really long time to get out of those almost OCD level tendencies, like with your clothes and your uniforms and stuff.
Yeah.
But my unit was never as strict about that. Like, we maybe got room inspections once or twice a year.
No.
So, like, my room looked like a dorm room. And honestly, probably could have gotten away with having a fucking hamster under the bed. Like, they did not come around nearly often enough.
Mine was literally every single morning, 5 days a week.
No, look, I had a roommate who, first of all, was nasty and messy.
Oh, yeah.
And she wanted her own room, which they should have just given her own room in the first place. We had, like, suites, right?
Yeah.
So we shared a kitchen and bathroom. Like, she would literally, like, we had a trash can. She would use toilet paper rolls and, like, just sit them on the side instead of putting them into the trash can right next to it. Like, just shit like that. Like, never cleaned the kitchen. Like, all that kind of shit just really made me angry. But she went and told her sergeant that I was a messy roommate. Now, what you should do is go into a room inspection, right?
Yeah.
Of both rooms, have both soldiers there, have all of their NCOs present, their sergeants present. They didn't do that. They just gave her a new room, and then I got yelled at because I came into work. I remember she was moving over the weekend. I came into work on Monday, and my officer goes, "Alicia, do you have a dirty room?" And I said, "No, ma'am."
Really? Yeah.
And she goes, "Then why am I hearing that you have a dirty room?" And I'm like,
did you come look at my room?
I don't know. Is something going on? And she's like, "Yeah, your old roommate told everybody you have a dirty room. That's why she moved." I'm like, that's funny because we can go inspect my room right now.
Yeah.
Because
it's so weird that they didn't. Also, it seems like she could just go to them and just be like, "Hey, we are incompatible with, like, cleaning in general." You know what I mean? And, like, not say, like, well, I'm dirty, but,
she was, like, a party girl, too. And, like, it was already an issue of, like, I'm the quiet person. I'm the homebody. I'm fairly responsible. I don't have friends over. Like, I'm quiet and I'm clean and I keep to myself.
She was just looking for an excuse to get away from that.
Yeah, and she was and I'm not gonna lie, because every time she had her friends over, they would be, like, banging on the walls and shit. And I would call staff duty and be like, "Hey, come get this girl." Like, especially if her friends were on staff duty, I'm like, "Come get your friend."
Yeah.
And they'd be, like, on the ground floor and be like, "Shut the up!" Like, at their friend, you know? And, like, she came to my room and tried to fight me one time.
Oh, my God.
I was like, cross the threshold. That's fine. I'll even let you get a punch in, and then I'm gonna whoop your ass.
Oh my! I was on the third floor in my dorm too, and I also did not get along really well with my roommate.
It was. I think that was one of those things that was just like the cleaning thing for me.
Yeah.
Is I was forced into being perfect and having everything dust free for so long.
Yeah. That you're like, I just want to chill now.
Yeah.
Now he struggles to clean.
Yeah.
Who is the most irrational?
Me.
I guess we're starting the answer.
Yeah. Between me and you, it's me, but that's like the anxiety disorder thing. Like,
the thing that made me come up with that question is because, like, we had recently done something. you were trying to work on something or another, and like the computer would give you a pop-up message.
Yeah.
And like after like the second or third time, you're like, "There's something wrong with this computer.
Yeah.
It's broken." And like I always have to be the one like, "No, like it's just trying to get you to do this. Like you just need to restart it, let it update or something like that." You're like, "No, it's broken. I don't want to do this anymore. I'm going to bed."
Yeah. Well, that's because I know I'm irrational. And so, yeah, like, I rage quit, but, like, intentionally most of the time. Like, I'm not throwing a controller through a window or anything. Like, I'm like, I know that if I continue this and it does it again, I'm going to have a really bad time because I'm already starting to have a bad time and I don't want to ruin my night. So I'm going to quit and move on to another activity because I've learned that about myself, that I'll sit there and start seething over something stupid that's not working for me, or I'll have an anxiety attack over something. Like if I'm like, oh, I've been drinking coffee every morning. One day I'm like, every day I feel like I'm gonna die around noon. I don't know why. And then I stop drinking coffee and it doesn't work, or it doesn't happen anymore. You know, like I just have learned to like rationally be irrational. That's like the best way to put it.
TM.
Yeah.
Rationally be
Trademark.
irrational.
Yeah. It's true though. Like I have
posters.
I have to just acknowledge my irrationality. Like people with phobias, you know, you have to just be like, I'm afraid of that. I understand that it doesn't make sense to you.
Yeah.
But it makes sense to me, so I'm exiting the situation.
Yeah.
And that might seem irrational to you, but I gotta.
I'm gonna design you a shirt that says rationally irrationate. Irrationate?
Irrationate?
Is that a word?
Nope,
No.
that's got to be the shirt now.
Yeah.
Irrationally rationate.
Yeah.
Rationate. You.
You think it's me solidly?
Yeah.
Oh, so the funny
100%.
part is that I am an extremely logical person in most things, but every once in a while I just get a idea in my head and I can't get rid of it unless I do it. Like moving my entire house around. Like it just has to happen.
I feel you on that.
There's no getting rid of it. But out of like the process of everything is very logical.
Yes.
I'm like, okay, so we have to move this stuff to this room so that we can move this stuff in here and then we can move that over. And like all of that's very logical, and the way that the process ends up very logical. But sometimes I just get a idea in my head and I can't let it go. He does not do that. But every once in a while I catch you doing some weird shit and I'm like, why don't you do it this way and it would be easier?
I relate to you so hardcore right now because the way you described that, like I am super logical and like not to brag, but I feel like I'm fairly intelligent.
Yeah.
But like I am also very irrational sometimes. And it's when I get something worked up in my head, and it could be a positive or a negative. It doesn't have to be one or the other. But I can't not see it through.
Gotta see it through, my boy.
Yeah, you gotta see it through, my guy. But like the same thing though, like you're saying, is what leads to almost every single one of our arguments is he'll be doing something and I'm watching him do it, and my logic side is like, there's a better way to do that. I should let him know because it'll make it easier. Yeah. And his more sensitive side is she's critiquing me and now I'm mad.
I get that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really get that.
Well, it's like distinctly, it's every time I'm yelling, wait, because he'll just keep doing something. I'm like, literally just stop what you're doing. Just sit still. Like when you're like,
freak out.
Like when you were like turning me the other day, I'm like, stop, this doesn't make sense. Let me speak logically to you. And I'm getting all worked up. But yeah, it's just the logical side of my brain is like, there's an easier way to do that and it could benefit you. And I'm trying to tell you that, but you just keep doing what you're doing like a steamroller. And then I get mad because you're not listening to me.
Yeah.
I got a simple solution for all of it. When you're doing something that just doesn't make sense to me, but you're doing it and you're happy doing it, I'm just like, I just ignore it and like.
No, me and Alicia were talking about that on our walk the other day, that I read like, and we've talked about it before, because that's where like the nagging thing comes in relationships. Is like, you might really think you're trying to help, but as long as the way that they're doing it isn't hurting anything, if they didn't ask for help, just let them do it the way they want to.
Yeah, I'm still learning that.
Yeah, it's hard, especially when you're like me with the cleaning thing. I have a method, and I know it works, and you know it works. Like, he's acknowledged, like,
we were talking about this
fast,
with the dishwasher.
Yeah, exactly. That's
It's
exactly what I was
the
gonna
dishwasher
say.
thing. Yeah. Because like, I love you, and I appreciate when you do chores so much, because then I don't have to do it. But God damn it, do I hate the way you load the dishwasher. It makes no sense.
Yeah.
There's so much more room in there than you're utilizing.
I can put like
that,
2 sink loads in there.
Yeah, and at that point, I'm like, just fucking let me do it.
Yeah.
My dishwasher loads are so OCD, perfect, lined up. The water's
with
going to
like
hit
2
every
inches
dish.
between everything.
Yeah.
And
But then you fit like 4 dishes in there.
But you know what I've learned though? Sorry.
I was about to get my hand.
Well, I know, but I'm gonna do it for you because I want to acknowledge that I'm seeing this.
Oh, there you go.
If he doesn't get everything in there, he hand washes the rest of it and puts it up. So it's getting done either way, and I have not hurt his feelings by nagging him. He feels good about the way he did it, and now everyone's happy.
But we don't do that.
Can I go first?
No.
Can I go first?
No,
Can
you
I go
can't.
first?
Because we don't do that.
We're the better couple.
Can I go first? Okay, I'm going first.
Roll for healthier relationship.
That's not good, babe.
6.
12! Okay, hand washing is not a thing in this house.
Okay, I will give you that. I won't even argue that.
Oh, I don't.
Because, no. Hand washing is a thing. Hand washing is a thing. However, if it is not in the dishwasher, it's not sanitized, is it?
No,
That's
it's
weird.
not. Yeah.
That's weird.
That's why I can't
That's
do it.
suspicious.
That's unusual. No, really, I have this weird thing. I don't like it. I've hand washed plenty of dishes in my life and been perfectly fine with it. I get it. Sometimes it's just what you got to do. However, I absolutely prefer that they go through the dishwasher because the water is hotter and I feel like they're sanitized.
100%
And it's
agree.
some weird thing I heard my mom say about my great-grandmother one time, and I was like, that makes a lot of sense. And ever since then, I was like, it's got to go through the dishwasher.
I 100% agree, and my whole reasoning is because sponges are disgusting.
Thank you!
They're
Okay.
disgusting cesspools of germs, and that's a fact, scientific fact.
I'll give you that.
And you can microwave them and sanitize them, but I know, no offense, that you didn't know that and that you're not doing it. So yeah, it does bug me a little bit, and that's why every time I do dishes, I microwave the sponge while it's wet for 30 seconds because that sanitizes it. So then I don't worry too much about you doing it.
Okay, but wait, is not the worst thing in the world to like wash a dish with a sponge and then like put it down and rinse your hand off because you were just touching a sponge full of soap? It should be clean, but your hand smells like mildew
Or grease, yeah.
That's why.
When you
that's
wash
why-
a greasy pan, you just can't get it out of the sponge.
That's why I go through so many sponges. Because
Yeah.
as soon as I start getting that mildew smell, gone.
That's
New
why,
sponge.
not sponsored, but Scrub Daddies, they get so much more clean. I love Scrub Daddies. Because it's like plastic. It doesn't like keep all the liquid in there.
It drains
have-
better.
On to today's sponsor.
Yeah.
A Scrub Daddy sponge, right?
Yeah, it's
A
like
normal
part
sponge.
sponge, part Scrub Daddy, but also like
That's the Scrub Mommy. If it's soft on one
It's a
side.
square.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like a rectangle, like
A
sponge
rectangle,
instead.
yeah.
But yeah, it's more scrubby than a regular sponge. I do love a good Scrub Daddy, but also we got these scrub brushes from IKEA, like the green one that we have. It's got a suction cup on one side, and they have bamboo and metal ones that are refillable. The actual scrub brush is refillable.
I'm trying to slowly
which
do a bunch of bamboo accents in my kitchen.
I love.
All right, before we start an argument.
Oh no.
Oh, also, sorry, babe, real quick thing. The best thing to clean your shower with, go to the dollar store and put your shower cleaner in one of those kitchen brushes that has the dispenser, and you can just hang it up in your shower, and then when you're in there, if you see dirt.
Oh, we have
It's so smart. I love it.
What are they? Like the Scotch Brite pads? We have one in our shower so we
Just
can
keep
scrub
it in there.
Yeah, I do that all the time. So like, we'll get to the point where, because we only have a stand-up shower in our master bathroom, where it's too slippery on the floor because of all the soap just like kind of gathers to the bottom. And so randomly, I'll just be like, "Can you give me like a Scotch Brite pad or whatever?"
There's
so like,
been one-
I'll just scrub the floor like while I'm showering.
Yeah, there's been one in there for a few months too, and there's like a little canister of like salts, like bath salts that are sitting in the bottom of it. So I just sit it on top so it can drain off a little bit. But like I've been dyeing my hair and like the walls kind of get stained, and so I'll just go through and scrub the walls and stuff, and it's been so much better. Like I scrubbed the door the other day because there was like soap scum. It was immediately like nice and shiny and clear, and I was like, oh, so satisfying.
Okay, what before we fight, babe?
No, I was going to go to the next question. I wanted to do this one kind of selfishly because this is one we're both bad at, but we both do it in completely different ways.
Oh no.
Who spends the most money?
Oh.
We both do it. but
I
we're
feel like
completely
in our
different.
current season of life, me, because, and I know it's not necessarily me, but it's me like requiring these things for the wedding. So like stuff that you don't really care if we have at the wedding, but I'm like, no, we need that at the wedding. So it's more me.
The way I viewed it is like your style is definitely death by 1,000 paper cuts. Like, we're going to go to Dollar Tree or Dollar General, or we're going to go to Walmart and get a bunch of little things. Mine is like, I want this sound card and it's $300 and I worked hard for it. I'm going to get it.
I disagree. I know you do that, but also you vape and you drink beer and you have to have your electrolyte powders and stuff. I know, I'm just saying, like when it comes to the like weekly extraneous expenses, I think that it's more you, essentially. Yeah. Because my thing is like protein shakes, but other than that, like I get gas once every 2 weeks. I think that a lot of the time the woman gets pinned on the grocery budget because I'm always the one asking for money for the groceries, so it feels like I'm asking for money more often.
No, mine's like,
you know what I mean?
Mine's always more so been the like, well, I got to get this sometime or another. I also got to get this, or I also got to get this, or I also got to pick up this, or we forgot to get one of these.
Yeah, but that stuff's all like, so it's, like it's vitamins, a bunch of little, or like I need new underwear or something. It's like a monthly to bi-monthly thing. Whereas that's what I'm saying, like on a more frequent basis, I think it's you. Quantity wise, overall, it's probably me. I'm also a female though, so I have to have not just shampoo but conditioner, and not just razors but shaving cream, and not, you know what I mean? Like I have to have pads and tampons. Like it's way more expensive to be a female, and then plus with my anxiety and stuff, I have to have magnesium supplements and like things like that. So I don't necessarily count those as like extra expenses. I feel like they count as regular monthly expenses. You know what I mean? Where like you don't have to vape and drink beer.
Eric's gonna say himself, but I was actually gonna say, I feel like it's me because I know my spending. However, you do a lot of online purchases, and anytime I buy something, I'm like, I bought this today. Eric doesn't do that, so I actually don't know your finances, and I'm like, I know, like, you used to buy like a lot of video games and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't know about any of that, so I didn't really know what your expenses looked like, so I can't fully say, but I feel like I spend a lot because, like, I get a whim, and I'm like, I gotta go buy this thing right now. I have a project, right?
Like craft supplies and stuff.
Yeah, and it all adds up a little bit, and I am the one who does the majority of the grocery shopping and stuff, so, like, all those little expenses a lot of times come through my account, but, like, he'll send, like, I'll ask for him to send me half or whatever.
Yeah.
But, go ahead. I'd love to hear your points.
So, I feel like I spend more specifically because of the whole leftover thing.
You want your leftovers?
Not that I won't, I just...
Don't prefer it?
Not even that,
it doesn't even occur to him.
Yeah.
Like, it's like out of sight, out of mind kind of thing.
Right? So, like...
Like, I told him to, like, there was a bowl of soup from, like, 2 weeks ago that was just sitting in the back of the fridge. I was like, hey, can you throw this away? And he picks up a bowl of chicken and dumplings and he's like, is this it? I'm like, no. It's in the back of the fridge where I said it was. Yeah. Like, it's fully out of sight, out of mind. He just doesn't think
Whereas,
about
like, women have, like, an inventory of everything that's in the fridge at all times in the back of our heads, and guys are just like, what do we have?
I feel like whoever's cooking does.
Yeah.
Right? I know how much beer I have.
Yeah, and like we're both the primary cookers.
Whoever's primarily,
and grocery shoppers.
Yeah. So you really have like we really have that inventory of okay, here's what I bought, here's what I've cooked, here's what I have left over in all the cabinets. Versus the guys are like, Alicia made me this for dinner.
Yeah. This sounds good. That was great, babe.
Yeah, but like I make a lot of like little purchases at work. So like at work we have basically like a little convenience store, so like we have drinks and like little foods and sandwiches and snacks and stuff like that.
Eating out of.
Yeah, so I make a lot of little purchases there, and it probably adds up a lot. And
I'll say
her point,
I'm very guilty of that too. But like the last few weeks, I've been trying to be better and like make a point to like put some beef jerky in my thing, bring a little thing of Ritz crackers, so like I have a snack at first break to get me through to like lunch because I'm up at 5 a.m. But then, like, I don't have a snack on my second break because I'm like, you're not really hungry, you're just bored, right?
Yeah.
So skip that snack. But, like, I'm trying to be a lot more mindful of it. And I take lunch pretty much, well, actually, no, literally every day.
Yeah.
I take lunch literally every day. I used to buy Chick-fil-A on Saturdays when they came to our work, but I don't anymore, and I just take lunch every day. But he doesn't.
No.
I don't even eat lunch. I, like, rarely will go and buy something for lunch for myself, but I generally, like, bring a protein shake or nothing, but I eat breakfast is the difference, and I eat it at home. So that's another way that you spend more is because he'll, like, which, to be fair, I'm supposed to be packing him a lunch, and some days I'm just lazy and don't do it, or I don't feel like getting up early. Because if it's like I have to get up at 6 6 if I'm going to pack him a lunch,
Yeah.
which is really when I need to be getting up because I have to be at work at 8 and I'm a girl and I like have to dress professionally and stuff for my job. So I'm supposed to be like getting up and doing something with myself, but I find ways to like put on a cute blouse, a cute messy bun and some mascara and just run, you know, like with leggings on, and no one ever really seems to notice. And I've realized I can get away with that. So I do it all the time, and I sleep until 7 and leave the house at 7:45, you know, and like I just don't, I'm in my own office alone all day. So like no one's like looking at me. You know what I mean? So I just don't care that much. But like Ryan gets up at like 6 and has to be 5:30. Yeah, like 5:30 and has to like be leaving around like 6:30 or 7. And like, yeah, so if I get up at 7, he's already out the door.
Yeah.
And I can't pack him a lunch. And I tried to like start doing it the night before, but then his sandwich is going to be soggy. So I'm like, I gotta get up. So it's kind of my fault because it was an agreed upon thing that like, if I pack you a lunch, you can't go out and buy lunch because we're trying to budget. So if he has nothing and he can't, he's like one of those people that's like nauseous in the morning if he eats.
Yeah.
So he's not going to eat breakfast. So he's got to eat lunch.
Well, like we'll pack leftovers, and I will make him a lunch, and I will say as he's walking out the door, "Hey, don't forget your lunch," and he will still forget the lunch
Every time. Yeah.
Every single time, and it's so frustrating. There's no way around it. Like I packed his lunch the night before. I've gotten up in the morning and packed his lunch for him. Unless I hand the thing to him consistently as he walks out the door, he forgets it.
So that's a you problem.
Yeah.
With Ryan, it's a me problem because I forget to pack it for him.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like it's a both of us problem. Sorry, Eric. It's both of us problem because like it's not your responsibility to make sure I get my lunch.
Yeah.
I know,
You know
but
what I
that
mean?
was the deal with like you're used to going out to eat.
Yeah.
I'm the one that sat down and was like, I want you to stop doing that because first of all, like fast food's bad for you, and second of all,
it was creating a system agreed upon of, hey, this is how it's going to help you stop doing that.
If you do this, then I'll do this kind of
Yeah.
thing, and that way we're both putting in an effort to do it, and I was fine with it. I love making sure that he's eating and has good food and stuff. I love cooking him dinner. I love making his lunches. It's not a problem. It's just that I'm also lazy. And I like to sleep in because I have insomnia at night. So.
I will say, it was a lot better when I was in the Army, right?
Yeah.
So you used to make my lunch all the time when I was in the Army. And I ate that every day.
Yeah.
All the time. But now, I think since getting out of the Army, I just don't think about lunch or food when I'm at work at all. The only thing that I think about is like right when I wake up.
And then suddenly you're hungry and you're like, I have to have something.
Yeah, because
and that's when you end up buying
We work 12-hour shifts, right? So like I'll eat something the moment I wake up, and then I won't think about food because I wake up at 4 o'clock-ish, and I have to be at work at 5. I won't think about food again until like 2 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, but he does that at home too, right?
Yeah.
I'm a consistent, like, I need to have at least lunch and dinner, and I usually have a snack or two.
Yeah.
But like, he like will wake up, he'll have he'll go to Quick Trip and get like an energy drink and a sandwich, and then come home and won't eat again until dinner, and he won't even think about it.
Yeah.
But I'm like,
I used to be like that.
That's still kind of you.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm more like you. I am a breakfast person. Like, it's just what gets my body going in the morning. Because I don't do caffeine.
Yeah.
So it's something like, I think it just sparks my metabolism and keeps me awake.
Where he's that way, and I'm not a big breakfast person.
Yeah, and he's not either. But even if it's just something little like a piece of buttered toast. Also, I take vitamins in the morning. And if you're not eating some kind of fat with them, you're not absorbing them.
Yeah.
So, like, you shouldn't, if you're not eating breakfast too, you should really be like just waiting and taking yours in the evening, you know, when you're eating some food with them. Because you're just going to pee them out.
Yeah.
So that's like my thing. But then a lot of the time I will not eat again until like 6 o'clock at night when I come home for dinner. And I'm fine with that as long as I had breakfast. If I didn't, then when I get home, I like immediately like start binging snacks while I'm cooking dinner.
Yeah.
And then eat the whole dinner and then want something sweet. So I've found that like I'm a person that needs to do breakfast.
Yeah.
Who plans all the trips? Vacations, weddings, funerals, etc.
It's me. It's me. I plan
100%.
everything.
100%.
There's no even going
Do
the other
most
way.
of the planning for it.
Yeah, I feel like we haven't really gone on like a trip that I've had to plan. So we've only gone on trips we've been like invited on right now because we've been, you know, together in an expensive apartment that we can barely afford for like the last year and planning a wedding and stuff. So we haven't really been thinking about like vacation and everything, but like as far as like packing, knowing what activities we're going to do, so what like shoes we need to bring and stuff, that's all me.
The only thing that you've planned.
Yeah, I was literally about to say the exact same thing.
I don't know how, but it all ended up being my fucking idea.
What?
Yeah.
Wait.
So here's the thing, right? We're talking about Hawaii, right?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. So here's the thing, right? Is like I remember there being a point where I was like, I don't know if we can afford to do Hawaii, right? And I remember having that conversation. Him behind the scenes was texting my best friend who lived in Hawaii about us going out there and him proposing while we were out there.
Yeah.
So it was like, so when I was finally like, okay, I think we can budget this out and I think we can manage to do Hawaii. And then I was like, oh, I want to do this and I want to do this. And so let's plan days to do this. And like he and my friend had this whole thing planned in the background.
Yeah.
Of all these things, of like all this.
Well, you're creating like a fake itinerary for yourself.
Yeah. Well, I'm like, and like we still did all those things that I wanted to do. But then like my best friend was like, oh yeah, we got to go all these places and take pictures because you're never going to be able to go Hawaii again. So basically we had a week-long engagement shoot that I didn't know about.
That's so cool.
So we have all these pictures from Hawaii literally because it was an engagement trip and I didn't know. And then we got engaged like with another day left before we had to leave. So yeah, we got all these incredible pictures and all these things, but yeah, it was just, they had already planned it. They'd picked a fucking restaurant. Yeah. Jim and Kara were in on the whole thing and we're super excited about it. It was very sweet and like something I've never experienced and something I'll never probably have the opportunity to experience again, but that's the only planning for a trip he's ever done. But managed to make me think it was all my idea.
Yeah, but planning wise, like that's when Ryan surprised me because like you haven't really had the opportunity to plan a trip and neither have I, so I'm kind of like right now kind of planning our honeymoon. Like I feel like I'm doing most of the research and planning for it, but
I just stay so fucking busy.
Yeah, I know, and I do it like when I have off time at work, but he did plan like our engagement, like proposing to me and everything. And I genuinely thought for sure, like just knowing him, that it was going to be a couple years that we'd be in a relationship before he would propose to me. So I wasn't expecting it at all. But like when he did it, I was in denial about it for like 3 days because I've never, ever, ever, ever been with a guy that's been able to keep a secret about any surprise ever. They always ruin it. They always do. Like my dad growing up, like I love him to death. I love you, Dad. You're great. He gets great gifts for people. Like he's a really good gift buyer.
Yeah.
Like if my dad said he got you something, it's going to be awesome. He will not wait until the party or the birthday or the event, especially for my mom. Like he can't wait. So she gets her Christmas gifts in like November all the time. And she's like...
Yeah, we have friends like that too. They ended up getting engaged before the dinner that they were going to where he was going to propose at dinner because he was just too excited about it. And I'm like, this man waited through 3 days in Hawaii to wait for this dinner to propose.
I think you're underselling that just a little bit because I planned it for 3 months.
Yeah, that's really sweet.
I started planning this in January.
Yeah.
And we didn't go to Hawaii until April.
I was waffling about whether or not we were even going to be able to afford to go. Yeah. He was like, game on or game off with my best friend. Like, I'm sure you probably would have found some way to be like pulling the money out of your ass for like, we're going to Hawaii, damn it.
Well, like, before that even, I was talking with her mom. Like, I originally started talking with her mom because we started talking
to my mom too.
Going to Hawaii, and then she was like, I don't know if we're going to be able to afford it. And I was like, okay, cool. So I went and talked to her mom and was like, I need a place to propose. And I was like, hey, I'm going to propose. We need a place. Like, I need your help to find a place here that we can propose at. That's going to be really awesome. And then it came around to the fact that we were actually going to be able to go to Hawaii. So I started talking to Kara, and I was like, literally 3 months of freaking planning to get this whole thing, and she's still mad about it.
I remember, too, like, because, like, we had also been talking about marriage for so long. Like, it was a common topic. It wasn't taboo. Like, we constantly talked about getting married anyways. And then I remember, like, after, like, a long day, I would go and shower, and then I'd, like, listen outside the door for, like, him and Kara talking on the couch. I'm like, are they talking about it?
Yeah.
Nothing got through. They did so good at keeping this secret. I was so mad. Like,
doesn't it make you feel like
somebody got the jump on me?
Way?
Yes, thank you. She gets it. Yeah, like, somebody got the fucking jump on me, and I'm mad about it.
I know, my mom knew, and I was like, what? I call you every day after work and talk to you.
Yeah. How dare you?
They were all in on it. Like, because my mom, she was like, take lots of pictures. And she's a picture taker anyway. So I was like, okay, yeah, that's just mom.
Whatever, Mom.
And then Kara was all hyped about it. I was like, let me get pictures with my friend. And like all these things. And I'm like, these mother.
Yeah, I never suspected
all
it.
this planned out. I'm like, y'all are all looking at me every day around here like, oh, she's gonna get engaged, and I'm just like, la da 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 da.
I know, it makes me feel dumb. Like, I feel like I should have known, because like, well, and also like my first marriage, dude, like, used my name and credit info to get my ring. So I knew about it like already.
Oh,
and
no.
yeah, like he like told me the day he was gonna do it at like during a camping trip that I was all excited about, and I was like, at least it'll be like somewhere nice. And then he didn't even do that. He just like did it at his mom's house in front of her because she wanted to see.
Oh,
which should have been a red flag for me. So Ryan's like amazing for like actually keeping that from me, because I had no.
All right, parents, stop listening. This one will be fun for us because I don't think we've had the opportunity yet. But what is the weirdest place you have ever had sex? We haven't really had a weird place yet.
No.
I mean, really, it was like in your bedroom at your parents' house.
Don't share that.
Wait, but ours was the same. Yeah, because like we haven't done like a lot of weird sex. We didn't even have sex in Hawaii when we got engaged because
Really?
we were staying at our friend's house, so it was like a
okay.
little.
Well, we live together, so it's like we haven't really had an opportunity or a reason.
I know, it's so funny when people are like, oh yeah, what, you're so vanilla? And it's like, no, the bed's comfortable. Like, that's where we do it.
Exactly.
What's the problem?
Probably our couch. Sorry if you sit on our couch, but
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, you've sat on our couch.
That's a fair point. I was like, we've used the section all the time, or two.
On to the next one. Next question,
We've
please.
started in the kitchen before.
No, next question.
You're like, you should get those pillows that are like, I had sex here. I had sex here.
Next question.
Who is the pickiest about how the laundry is done?
That's so specific, and I know that you put it on here just so I'll call you out. It's you.
Well, let him answer first.
Fucking easy. It's
Her.
totally me. Because I will, like, we don't like to do laundry, period.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'll wash laundry. We hate putting laundry away.
Yeah,
But so, like,
same.
when I do laundry, like, I will, like, I just want to Marie Kondo it. Like, I want to make a pile, and I'll sort everything into categories, and then I'll put those categories away one by one.
Yeah.
Like, that's the only way I can do it. But also, like, the laundry has to sit, like, have a clean basket and a dirty basket for, like, a month before I get there.
Yep.
Yeah. So mine is similar and different in that maybe I'm a little more anal about how the laundry is done in general, but he has a specific way that he likes to do this one thing that bothers me so bad. Well, no, it's two things.
And I've got a really sensitive smell to things.
Yeah.
So,
But like, okay, so I like the laundry to come out smelling as good as possible. Mm-hmm. I'm like a scent bead girl.
Yep.
I want to put fabric softener and detergent in there. Like, I want all the smells. And a dryer sheet. Like, all the smells.
Yeah.
I want it to smell like fresh linen, Gain, whatever, every single time.
use that detergent. Sorry.
It's one of my favorite parts of doing laundry. Is like, it's like a serotonin thing, like smelling the hot, really good smelling laundry afterwards. So that's one thing that he like doesn't like to do that I like to do. That's number one. Number two, the same way with putting things away, I sort it all where I'm like, all this stuff gets hung up. All this stuff goes in the pants drawer. All this stuff goes in the underwear drawers. And some puts it up, whereas like you're more likely to just grab a piece, put it up, grab a piece, put it up. But you don't really put away laundry. Generally, I do it. And like, I'll tell him to like put away the stacks that I made. But like, that's easy. You just put it where it goes. But the thing he does that there's two of them. He turns the water on in the washer and lets it like completely fill with water
With
as
detergent.
he's putting clothes in.
With detergent.
Yeah. Whereas like I load it up dry and then turn it on because it has a sensor. And you're not going to be able to fit as much clothes in there if it's half full of water when you start loading the clothes in. And I'm more like, same with the dishwasher, about efficiency. I want to get it all done.
So, it's probably a little bit different than how you're talking about how he does it. But when I was growing up and I had a top fill, I would turn on the water when I started, but I would also like fill it up really fast right away. But I would like get like a little bit of water in the bottom so it would start filling at least as I was adding the laundry.
Yeah, like that's fine, but a lot of the time for him, like it's running while he's like gathering the laundry. So it's like getting pretty full.
I like to put my laundry in hot sudsy water. Like to me, it just feels like all the
it's just,
clothes
like,
are getting a good
satisfying.
chance at the soapy water. Whereas like if you do it dry and you put all the detergent on top, like just the clothes on top are getting the detergent.
Well, no, it mixes them all together. That's what the agitator is
that's
for.
why I feel like that.
Yeah, it's
like,
a mental thing for you, but like logically, it's the same.
The reason I came up with this question was specifically 110% because of towels.
That's what I was going to get at next. Is his thing. So we both agreed that other than some beach towels for vacation, that we were going to have all white towels. Because we both agree that we like the smell of bleach, like bleach towels.
Yep.
And that way we know they get clean every time, because that's something that gets gross. Towels get nasty. So, and like bleaching them, like we've been there a year and none of our towels are like stained to the point where we have to get rid of them or anything.
Just makeup on some of them.
Yeah, but like the thing that kills me, and this is because I was raised this way.
This kills, I know what you're about to say.
And we've just agreed that if I'm the one washing the towels, I'm doing it my way. And if he's the one washing the towels, he's going to do it his way. And I'm not going to complain because he's still doing it and they're still getting clean. But he puts only bleach in.
And hot water.
And hot water. I put bleach in and detergent. Mm-hmm. Because the bleach is for whitening and the detergent is for actually, like, it's a surfactant. Bleach is not a surfactant. It's not going to, like, it's going to sanitize, but it's not getting the dirt out. Like, the stains with my makeup that you complain about would come out better if you put detergent in. But he doesn't want, like, he's like, when I smell my towels, I want it to smell like straight bleach. And I'm like, that's fine, but like, can we please use detergent? And he's like, not if I'm doing it.
Yeah, I'm fully
He like
on her
puts
side,
his
I'm sorry.
puts his foot down
on her side.
Yeah.
Well, the detergent for me, like the serotonin boost you get when you smell that warm, dry bleach towel. It's like, oh my god, yes. But when you add detergent to it, it just completely ruins that. And
you still smell the bleach. I rarely smell the detergent, but I just need it for the cleaning aspect.
I mean, to me, the water is a surfactant.
Well, it's water is not a surfactant. That's why you can't just clean things with water. You have to use soap.
Yeah. So we have 2 different sets of towels. We have our bathroom towels, which are the gray towels, and those are only for drying off.
I know what the other towels are.
Oh my god.
You don't actually, because we don't need that, because he's a very kind person. No, the other towels are all for, like, bathing the dogs, like if somebody has a mess in the hallway, like that kind of stuff that like gets a little bit more deep clean, and that stuff stays in the laundry room. Everything gets washed separately. Those towels don't go in with anything else that we have.
Oh, you didn't even go into what I was thinking about.
What were you thinking about?
About the fact that we don't wash our towels for like a month.
Oh yeah,
we go a while too because we have so many.
With only
not so many.
Yeah, no, we have 4 towels.
Oh wow.
I use my. So, and here's the thing, right, is I don't feel like you ever take the towels down, but I will use the same towel until I feel like it doesn't smell fresh anymore.
That's what I do.
And then that day it goes in there and I put a new towel on the thing, and I usually just switch his towel out at the same time because he just...
I use my towel twice and then I throw it in the dirty laundry.
The instant my towel gets that mildew smell to it, new towel.
See, that's where I'm at, but like for me, I feel like it takes...
I understand that towels
it takes like 2 weeks.
are, like, the whole logic is, well, you're clean when you dry off with them, so what's the need to wash them? But the damp sitting there all the time, unless you're, like, spreading them out perfectly every time, which I hate because it, like, messes up the shower curtain and stuff.
Well, we don't have a shower curtain, and because the door is open, I can just throw mine over and there's airflow in the middle.
We have a shower curtain.
So that I get.
And it's fabric, so that's going to get mildewy.
Yeah.
Like, if it's just fabric on fabric... After, like, 2 times of it sitting there like that, it's developing some kind of mold or germs in it, and I can't do it.
My question then is, why not open the shower curtain and throw it over?
Because my shower curtain is pretty, and I need it shut.
But you just need it until your towel dries, which only takes, like, a couple hours.
Yeah, but then it's time to shower again. Because I shower.
You're showering every 2 hours? No wonder you're so busy.
But I work all day, so I shower... Like, normally I'm a nighttime shower, he's a morning shower, for the most part. I kind of go back and forth, but, like, for this example, let's say. So, like, I'll shower, I'll hang my towel up to dry, and let's say I do it that way. Normally I don't.
Yeah.
But let's say I'm going to let it dry or whatever. I'm going to leave the shower curtain open. For one, I spend my whole morning getting ready, and I feel like it looks trashy in my bathroom because there's a wet towel hanging up. My shower curtain's not closed. I like my bathroom clean. I am. I'm in my bathroom. I picked that shower curtain out like a year before I moved out of my parents' house and knew that's the shower curtain I wanted to see every day in my bathroom, and I want to look at it. I need it closed. Yeah, it's like a knockoff version of this like $200 one from Urban Outfitters, and I wanted it, and it's got peaches on it, and I love it. and I want to see it every day. It's like the highlight of my bathroom. Everything is themed around it, and if it's shut, also, I'm not great about cleaning out my shower, and I don't want to see the inside of my dirty shower, so I want it shut for aesthetic purposes because it makes me happy.
Ergo, next time y'all are over, please point out.
So that's number one.
I'm gonna shut your shower curtain.
That's number one of why I don't leave my shower curtain open all day.
It every time we go over.
Number two is because if I just showered and I have a fabric shower curtain and it is damp, or even if you don't have a fabric one, when you have it open and it's all folded up, mildew forms in all those folds in your shower curtain. So I have to choose between the towel getting mildewy or the shower curtain getting mildewy, or
neither. Because
we have 20 towels and I use one every other day, so they last about a month, I just throw it in the dirty laundry every 2 times I shower.
That's just so many towels.
But we do them all in one load every 3 to 4 weeks. So it's still
white
it's still
t-shirts
one load.
And white, everything else white. Yeah.
So wait,
we have a pretty high capacity washer.
Wait, you guys sort your laundry by colors?
No,
just white and
the
colors.
towels.
Okay.
Yeah, just white and colors.
Because of what
we only
you
do
said.
whites once a month.
Yeah. But ironically, to clean up white stuff.
Yeah.
No.
Disgusting!
I don't know. So, she got a... What is that big towel that I use now that you didn't like?
Oh, it's a Turkish towel.
Yeah.
My mom is obsessed with
really big.
They're great beach towels.
Yeah. I love huge, bath sheets.
But, they're super thin, not like normal towels. I love it.
Yeah, I hate
She did not
towels.
like it.
They gotta be fluffy.
She did not like it. I really like it. I can't remember the last time that towel was washed.
Like I said, I think it would be a really great beach towel, but it doesn't make me feel dry, and I like to feel very dry when I'm showering.
Oh, I get picky about towels like that.
Yeah. We have like hotel quality white fluffy towels.
Yeah,
that's all we'll get.
I do want bath sheets though, because that. I hate...
Also, having boobs,
I hate being plus size in any way, shape, or form and not feeling like my towel covers me.
Yes, that part sucks. I want to be able to, wrap up in it and walk around my house.
Yeah.
What is your big goal you want to accomplish together?
Buying a house.
Yeah, for sure. 110%.
Yeah.
Saving up to build a tiny house.
Yep.
Yeah.
Easy.
Who is the better cook?
Oh, me.
Oh, that's easy.
Me, 100%.
What do you think?
That's a trick question.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think?
That feels dangerous.
I think it depends on what's being cooked.
I think that there are 3 things
You're
that
definitely
you
more
do
experimental.
better than me, cooking wise. But they're the only 3 things you've ever really cooked for me. So I don't really know if you're a better cook than me, because I do literally 98% of the cooking in our relationship, which I'm not complaining about. I love cooking.
I got 2 words for you: mashed potatoes.
Your mashed potatoes are awesome. You've never had my mashed potatoes, so you don't know if they're...
Because you had mine, and you're like, I don't ever do mashed potatoes.
So mashed potato cook-off is what I'm hearing.
Yeah, I do make really good mashed potatoes, but I prefer mine kind of chunky, and you like yours completely smooth. So I don't know if you'd prefer mine, but that and you cook steaks better than me 100% of the time. 100% of the time you cook steaks way, way better than I do, and I cook good steaks.
I think it's a dude thing.
Yeah, but it's something you have a knack for it. But I think if you're talking about skill with cooking, chopping things, knowing which ingredients go with which, and being able to go in without a recipe and measure things properly and stuff, I think I'd be the more skilled. You're maybe a little more intuitive with meat cooking and stuff.
I just add garlic salt to everything.
Yeah.
It turns out good.
Yeah.
She's 100% better cook than me. Every time.
Yeah.
It's easy.
It's a lot of practice, though, because, your mom did a lot of the cooking, and
Yeah.
you're colorblind, so meat's kind of hard for you, so, yeah.
I can't tell. Especially, specifically chicken, if I were to cut it open, I can be like, oh yeah, that's pink.
Yeah.
But, if you were to ask me to cut open a steak and be like, is that rare, medium rare, or well done? I'd be like,
see it.
I can't tell.
You need one of those.
All
Get a
looks the
meat
same.
thermometer.
Yeah.
That's been a life changer for
I have
me.
one. Yeah.
Yeah,
'Cause
we do
I found
that for
out-
steaks now, but, for a long time, it was just something he didn't really do. So he,
That's-
basically did hamburger helper.
Yeah.
That upgraded my cooking so much, because I would make chicken and stuff or fish, and I would 100% of the time overcook it into rubber.
I'm gonna teach you how to cook chicken like I do.
No, I've gotten really good at it though, because I've learned to use the meat thermometer, and when it's 5 degrees away from being done, take it off. You know what I
That
mean?
meat thermometer.
Well, because
Perfect.
if I don't, I get anxiety about chicken, beef and stuff. I'll let it be a little undercooked. That's fine, because it's good. I like almost rare steak. So chicken, if I'm not sure, I'm gonna cut it open every time, and then it starts to dry out because I've put so many cuts in it, because it's got to have that sear on the outside to keep the moisture in. So that's been a game changer for me because I can stab it in there and be like, I know it, even if it doesn't look done, that it is sanitary and I am not going to get salmonella.
The only, like, the big thing that works for me is, like, I cut all my chicken breasts in half.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, I cut them down the middle so they're thinner anyways. If they still end up a little bit thick on, like, the big cap side, like, then I'll usually put, like, a lid over the pan so it kind of steams through.
I do that,
and
too.
then I finish searing it. But, like, I think maybe I've had an undercooked chicken come out once.
Yeah.
And it was, like, a few more minutes on the stove again, and it was fine.
That chicken you made for us, though, was fire.
Thank you.
So good.
I love that chicken. I was going to cook that chicken tonight, and then I didn't because nothing sounded good.
Yeah.
But that chicken's great because it goes good literally with anything. Like, it goes great in salads. It goes great with any side or protein or whatever.
What hobbies do you enjoy doing together?
I enjoy Minecraft with you, but you don't really like Minecraft with me.
It's only because I'm so
burnt out.
Yeah.
I don't think we have a together hobby.
You guys don't game together or anything?
Not really.
No.
Sometimes
We've played games together, but I get bored of a lot of video games really quickly. Because, like I said earlier, after playing World of Warcraft for so many years, every game to me is World of Warcraft.
Yeah.
Any MMORPG, even Tina's Tiny Wonderland, super fun. Or Tiny Tina's Wonderland.
Yeah.
Super fun. It's just
It's the
fucking,
same shit.
It's
Yeah,
fucking
it
World
was
of
so
Warcraft.
repetitive.
Like, a lot of it's so boring, but, like, every once in a while I'll get on a kick of, like, Zelda, or I've been playing Ori and the Blind Forest recently, which is a bit more side-scroller. I've never played it. It's so cute.
so cute. It's so sad at the beginning, though.
Yeah. But yeah, so I've been playing some games like that. But I'll go through phases where I'll, like, hardcore game for, like, a week or two at a time, and then I don't play games for months at a time.
So it's not a together hobby.
No, and then, like, because I feel like I craft, and he goes through different phases of hobbies, like you were doing bow shooting for a while.
Y'all
and
do,
then
like,
chainmail.
cosplay together, though.
Yeah,
like,
and y'all are in a
events,
couple different D&D
like
groups.
Renfest, D&D.
Yeah, but all of that stuff's kind of, at least the costuming portion is really me.
Yeah.
Like, he does it because I like it.
Yeah.
But,
I
like,
enjoy doing it, but it wouldn't be something that I would do by myself.
Well, I think that
Yeah.
counts, like, towards the question, though. Like, that's a hobby that y'all enjoy doing together. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even if
You
you
wouldn't do
enjoy
it
doing it
alone.
because she does it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but, like, I would do it by myself. If I were going to an event by myself, or if I were going separately, but, like, with a group of friends,
But you enjoy it more with
I would
them,
still
right?
costume it. Yeah, absolutely. I like dressing them up and, like, making you promote my business for me.
The one we don't do nearly enough, and I love it to death, is, like, every now and then, like, once every 6 months, we get a wild hair up our ass, and we'll turn off all the lights in the apartment.
Yeah.
Every single one of them. Light candles and incense or whatever, and put on a record, and just, like, sit there and, like, pet each other and listen to music.
Yeah, just like zone out. Yeah.
If that's a hobby, if you'd call that a hobby of sorts.
It's more like a self-care time, which we need desperately soon.
Yeah, like a little bonding activity.
Yeah. With just, like, not talking. Just, like, and not sexual intimates, but just, like, intimate relaxation.
Yeah.
We turn our phones off and just, like, vibe.
Yeah.
For, like, 2 hours.
That's good.
That's really
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
That or the turn all the lights off in the apartment, blindfold yourself, and play apartment hide and go seek.
Yeah, we do that fairly often, like once a month or so. Yeah.
Why have we never done that?
No.
It is
I want to do that
terrifying.
as soon as this is over. That sounds so
It's
fun.
so fun, and it's horrifying. And then we started seeing people play that Quiet Place game, and we tried that because we have a ton of Nerf guns because we're
Yeah.
nerds.
We should totally play that one day at your apartment. That
I
would be so
100%
fun.
agree.
So the opposite question. What is something you absolutely hate doing together?
Building furniture.
Building furniture.
Easy. So fast.
Easy.
Easy.
It's the one, because it's the one thing that we argue about.
Yeah.
Nothing else triggers us.
What is it?
I don't know. I know
I don't know if there's anything I hate doing with you.
we have a tendency to get shitty with each other cooking. If we're both in the
Sometimes.
kitchen trying to cook something.
Yeah, like if you're cooking and I'm just hanging out, it's fine. And if I'm cooking and you're just hanging out, it's fine. But like, I don't hate cooking with you though. I wouldn't say I hate it.
I
We
hate
bicker a
going to
little.
Walmart. Not
I
because
hate
of
going
with
to Walmart.
you.
Yeah,
but-
not because it's you, but I hate going in general. And we always like bicker afterwards, and it's all my fault because I'm the one that gets in a. I could be having the best day of my life and go into a Walmart, and if I'm in there for more than 15 minutes, I'm going to be in a bad mood.
We've made a habit of taking headphones whenever we go to Walmart.
Yeah.
Because it's the only thing that keeps me from getting anxious and snapping at people.
Yeah, that's what I do when I'm by myself. I don't want to go and like ignore him, but I put my AirPods in and like call my mom.
Oh yeah,
and
no,
chit-chat or
we'll
something.
both give each other. Well, like we'll both get an AirPod and we'll listen to like the same music together.
Yeah.
So then we'll like bebop through the store.
Yeah.
I should have jokingly said play Magic the Gathering.
Yeah. I don't hate doing it with you. Like, I like playing the game, but...
I'm very much the person, like, if this is what the rule says, like, this is the way we have to do it.
Yeah, we got in, like, some of the worst fights we've gotten in as a couple playing Magic the Gathering.
Okay, really, when you're playing Monopoly, is it after you pass go? Or do you get your 200 when you land
After
on...
After you
go.
pass go.
Not when you land on go.
You have to pass go.
You have to pass go.
It's not when you hit go, it's when you pass go.
That's great, you're both wrong.
You're both wrong.
No.
It is. It literally says as you pass go. If you land on go, you are in the action of passing go, therefore you can get your $200 in.
The sentence starts with as you pass go.
Yeah.
Yeah, landing on go is as you are passing.
Not if you land on it.
It's not saying after you pass go.
If I go to Walmart, I didn't go in, come from Walmart. I just went to Walmart.
Okay, house rule. If you land on go, you can get your $200.
We're going to play in my house. No, I don't care that much. Like, that's something, like, you're obviously gonna pass it anyway.
Yeah.
So it's not a big deal. Wording wise, though, my, like, logic brain is like, no. When you pass it.
This has been a 27-year argument with my dad.
Really?
Yeah, he loses every time.
Who kissed first?
I kissed you first.
Yeah, at the show.
Yep.
You kissed me first.
Did I kiss you first?
Yeah.
Okay, here's the thing, though, right? is I spent all night seducing this guy, and he was not taking the hint. Because I love him, but he's oblivious. So we were, like, under a sheet in his bed, like this in each other's face.
Oh, my God. And he still hadn't kissed you?
No! And I was like... And I finally got him in there, and then we had fantastic sex.
That's
Sorry,
awesome.
Mom.
Ryan and I were at his one of his concerts because he was in a band, and they were going to go on after the band that was playing, and he like invited me to come sit up in the little like lounge area with him. Mm. And I was like, I had a couple drinks. I wasn't like drunk, but I was like nicely buzzed and like feeling good about myself. Yeah. And I remember like I don't even think I said anything. I was just like I just like
You're just waiting for it.
And then he like went on. I know like he went backstage or whatever. Was like, oh, we kissed to like his bandmates. And then it was cool because he got on stage and I like went down in the pit.
Yeah,
it was our first date. This was the first time we ever went out together. And I like got down in the pit and he kept like pointing at me and stuff while he was playing guitar. And I was like, hey,
like yeah, that's fine.
That guy just saying.
Why did you pick your wedding date that you picked?
It's close to the engagement date,
shit.
so I didn't have to come up with another date. I'm really bad at remembering dates.
Yeah.
And we got engaged on the 19th.
Yes.
Yeah, so we picked basically like a weekend day that was close to that. And
Which day did you pick?
April 15th.
That's my mom's birthday.
Aww.
Yeah.
Well, there we go.
That's why you picked it.
Yep, totally. But yeah, because I'm not a fan of holiday weddings personally.
Yeah.
And like I wanted something that wasn't like right on top of somebody else's birthday. Mm-hmm. So, and then it was like right when we got engaged, we started dating in March. So like it all, shut up. We never remembered the date because we hung
We
out
don't
at
have
midnight.
like an official first like date. Like we say, like I looked at like back on an old text message we sent that kind of established officiality and kind of used August 8th as our 1 year.
For like, for like 3
it's
years,
not
I had to
official.
go off of a Facebook memory of when we went to go see Zootopia in theaters.
Yeah.
Because that was our second date that was in the same 24 hours. So we're like, that's the day.
Yeah, we'll just call it this day.
Yeah.
That's kind of what we did. And once we get married, that'll be our like anniversary date we celebrate. So
Yeah.
Can I take our answer?
you can, but I think we have different reasons why we picked that date. So I want to hear yours.
All right, Stone, if you watch this, I love you to death, man. But damn it. So him and Sarah got proposed, or they got engaged first. And
Couple
then we
months
got
before
engaged.
us, yeah.
And we both already knew that we both wanted fall, autumn time frame date weddings. And I was like, all right, well, y'all got engaged first. So, like, y'all pick the date first, and we'll work around that. So month after month after month. Like, it got up to, like, April. Was it March or April?
They even joke about how they like put it off for so long.
And he would not give us an answer. And I was like, all right, well, we're going to pick one then. Because we're like, it. We're tired of, like, figuring this out. And we're like, October 15th. And Stone, like, looks me dead in the face. He's like, oh, man, that's when we were going to do it. And I was like,
sucks.
Sorry, man. Like, you didn't tell us.
We did. Like, I even was telling him, like, let's be polite. Let's wait. Because they got engaged first, you know, and like, you know where you're going to be in each other's weddings. They can't be right on top of each other and everything. So like, let him go first. And yeah, they just took too long, and like, they planned theirs much more condensed, like, time frame. Like, I think they were planning for like 4 to 6 months, whereas we were planning for almost a year.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we were like, we have got to like, well, and what really came down to it is,
a venue.
We decided we wanted to do the tent, and we were going to go ask his parents. And when we sat down with them, they were like, yes, but we needed to solidify a date now.
Yeah.
Because we like have to do landscaping and stuff. Like, that's all fine and good, but like, you guys can't foot around with this. You got to pick a day, and we like right then and there we're like, all right, then this date.
Yeah.
And my logic, though, I have other reasons. For one, it was that it's not your birthday, because the weekend after would be like just a day or two after your birthday.
My birthday's that Wednesday after.
Yeah, so I didn't want to do that because I knew like all the wedding planning and stuff would totally overshadow your birthday, and it's a big one. You're turning 30. So like, I didn't want to do that. I didn't want it to be the weekend of Halloween. I knew that the first weekend of October, we had already talked about the bachelorette party thing, so I knew I wanted it to be later in October, because those were the only weekends that campground was open. So then it left October 8th or October 15th. And October 8th was my wedding date before. I was like, I'm not having that. That is a bad Bears day. Yeah. So I'm not doing that. So,
yeah, I love you, Stone, but
y'all had so much thought in yours. I was like, this will work. It's 2 years from now.
Yeah.
Basically it was just me eliminating weekends until there was only those 2 left, and I was like, it has to be that day. So,
whereas I was like, I wanted either a spring or a fall wedding, but I like spring color palettes more.
Yeah. Also, I wanted October because November gets kind of chilly, and I knew I wanted an outdoor thing. And September is still a little bit hot and rainy.
Yeah.
So I didn't want to do September, so I was like,
October is pretty ideal. Yeah, we're like April because we'll beat the rain, but like everything's green already, so
yeah, perfect.
And it's not going to be super, super hot yet.
Yeah, not disgusting yet. It's usually pretty cool still in April.
But anyway,
thanks everyone for joining.
Thanks for listening.
Appreciate you being here.
A long time.
It's a nice.
Oh, we got a big one.
If you see us 2 episodes in a row in the same clothes, it's because we filmed it all at once.
It's actually because I didn't change.
Yeah, we
I stay in the same clothes. I don't shower either.
No.
Here.
The towel cleans me. I don't clean it.
Did you name her Harley because you grab her ears and go?
No, her name is Harley Quinn.